Hello, this video is about extra exercises about the types of reproduction, sexual and asexual. You will find collection of questions that can be suitable for a test, for a worksheet, or for a quiz. Let's start with the first question. Compare sexual and asexual reproduction. Compare the difference. So we have to say the differences between sexual and asexual. At the beginning, sexual from its name, sex. So it involves the sex cells, which are the sperm and the ovule. While asexual, because I have A here, which means not, so I don't have sex cells. So no involvement for the sperm and the ovule. If in the sexual I have sperm and ovule, that means I have male and female, mommy and daddy. While in asexual, since I don't have sex cells, so I don't have two parents. That means only one parent is enough. Yani the presence of only one living thing is enough to give me new living thing. As in the yeast, if you remember, one yeast is able to make new baby yeast on its surface by budding. Finally, in sexual reproduction, because I have the two parents, that means the baby will take some characteristics from his mommy and others from his daddy. حيورث صفات من أمه ومن بيه. Okay, so he will be similar. حيشبهن. While in asexual, we have only one parent. So the baby will be copy from its parent. هيكون نسخة عنه. يعني it will be identical. So we have three differences between sexual and asexual. We have sex cells in the sexual, or you can say that sperm and ovule are involved. In asexual, body cells, because even in our cells, for example, my blood cells, to be more in number, they also reproduce. So this reproduction, it's asexual. لأنه from one blood cell, I can have many or millions of blood cells, طبعا by division. This is later on, we'll take it. So in sexual, sex cells are involved, sperm and ovule. You can say asexual, you can say body cells, because we are talking in general, or you can say no sex cells are involved. In sexual, we have presence of male and female. يعني هن two parents, our mommy and daddy. Okay, I'm giving you more options to write. يعني مش إذا كتبت presence of two parents يعني غلط. لا بالعكس, it's correct. وإذا كتبت presence of mother and father كمان, it's correct. In asexual, presence of a male or female. Okay, you see here the difference, they are not the same. Here I have and, that means I must have both of them. While here I have or, يعني one of them. I can have only the mom or only the dad. Okay, يعني one parent is enough. Finally, in the sexual, the offsprings, they are similar to their parents. لأنه they will take some traits from their mommy and others from their father. While in asexual, the offsprings, they are identical. So the opposite of identical is similar. Similar, طبعا هون in science we are talking not English to say different. Identical, it means copy. كأنه copy paste. While similar, لا. البيبي will look like his mommy, will look like his daddy, but he has his own look. Okay, so this is for the differences between sexual and asexual. Let's see the second question. Indicate the sex cell that has a tail. Indicate, it means name. يعني give me the name of the sex cell that has a tail. نحن we have two sex cells. We have the ovule and we have the sperm. Type, which one of these two has a tail? It's the sperm. So you will write it is the sperm. Don't write only sperm. You should make a complete sentence. And it does not mean that you should repeat the question as it is. It's enough to say the subject. It is the sperm. So it's complete sentence. Number 3, the offsprings in the sexual reproduction are not identical to their parents. I'm giving you a sentence. يعني I'm giving you a fact. This fact says that offsprings in the sexual reproduction, يعني the baby in the sexual reproduction, are not identical to their parents. هني منهم identical. هني منهم طبق الأصل من الparents تبعولن. The question is, justify this statement. You have to tell me why. Why in the sexual reproduction they are not identical? In the sexual reproduction, I have two organisms that are reproducing. يلي هن الميل والفيميل. Two living things, two different living things with different traits. Okay, every one of them has its own characteristics. كل واحد فيه عنده صفاته الخاصة فيه. So when these two living things join together, marry or reproduce, and their sex cells join together, as a result, they will give me one baby. This baby will have some of its characteristics from his mommy. هياخد بعض صفاته من المامي وبعض صفاته من الفاذر. That's why هم هيكون نسخته بالأصل عنهم لأنهم هن اثنين. مش معقول يطلع نسخته بالأصل عن اثنين. Okay? That's why they are similar. So as science, we say that in the sexual reproduction, the offspring are similar to their parents and they are not identical. بنركز على الفرق إنه بالسexual دايما هيكونوا similar مستحيل يكونوا identical. Because ليه؟ لأنه this mode of reproduction هيدا النوع من reproduction اللي هو sexual, it needs the presence of both parents, male and female, يعني هن mother and the father, and also they have both sex cells, sperm and ovule. طالما أنا في عندي two different cells and two different living things join together or mate or reproduce, that means the baby for sure it will be different from both of them, but he has some common traits with them. حيتشارك معهم بعض الصفات بس أكيد حيكون مختلف عنه. Okay? That's why we say similar. بيشبههم بس مش identical. مش نسخة طبق الأصل عنه. Another question. Put X in the suitable row. Let's see. We have a table. In this table, first of all, we have body cell, male sex cell, female sex cell needed for reproduction. And here we have different cells. We have sperm, bone cell, cheek cell, ovule, and muscle cell. We have to put X in the suitable place. يعني sperm. Is sperm body cell? Is it any cell in the body that has many different functions? No. So I don't put X here. لأنه sperm is not body cell. طيب, is the sperm male sex cell? Yes, because the sperm is the male sex cell. طيب, is the sperm female sex cell? No, because it's only male. طيب, is sperm needed for reproduction? Yes, because this sperm, it's a sex cell that is involved in the sexual reproduction. Okay? Bone cell. Is bone cell body cell? Yes. It's a normal cell in our body that it's found in all my bones. Is it male sex cell? Is it the one that determines if I am male or female? لا. لأنه it is found in both male and female. That's why we call it body cell. Is it female sex cell? كمان no. لأنه it's found in both gender يعني. طب is it needed for reproduction? لا. البون cells they have different functions. The cheek cells اللي هن السيلز الموجودين بالخدود they are body cells لأنه الميل والفيميل they have both of them. They are not male sex cell, they are not female sex cell, and they are not needed for reproduction. The ovule, is it body cell? No, because we do not find it in the male cell. So it is only female sex cell and it is needed for reproduction. So we said that ovule is only found in the body of a female, so it is female sex cell and it's needed for production. The muscle cell, they are found in our muscles, so they are body cells. They are not male, they are not female, because they are found in both bodies, in the male body and in the female body. So they are not important for reproduction. So this is the solution of the question. We should put the X in the suitable row. The X here, it does not mean, I will put it as wrong. The X here, I will put it in its suitable place. Okay? Let's move to the next question. Write true or false and then correct the false ones. We have sentences. We should say if they are wrong, we will write false. If they are correct, we will write true. And the false ones, we will correct them. Asexual reproduction needs the presence of sex cell. Presence of sex cell, يعني I must have sperm and ovule. Type this presence in which kind of reproduction? Is it in asexual? No, because in asexual it means not sex. So we don't have sex cell. That means this sentence is false, and we should cross the asexual and we should correct it as follows. Sexual reproduction needs the presence of sex cell. So بدل asexual بشطب asexual وبكتب sexual وطبعا I will repeat the sentence as it is. Sexual reproduction needs the presence of sex cells. B. Bacteria reproduces asexually. Asexually, it means we don't have male and female. We don't have sperm and ovule. Is it correct for bacteria? أكيد yes, because I don't have bacteria that is girl or female and bacteria that is male or man or boy. So yes, bacteria, it's enough for only one bacterium to be available to give me a new living things. So it is true. C. When it is true, we do not repeat it. خلاص, it's true, we skip it. When sperm unites with the ovule, يعني when sperm and ovule join together, this is called zygote. So when they join together, is this joining called zygote? It's wrong. Zygote is the name of the cell that results from this joining. But the joining itself, so we will cross zygote, and the joining itself, it's called fertilization. So when sperm unites with ovule, this is called fertilization. Okay, some students, they get confused. And yes, when sperm and ovule join, I have zygote. But here I'm not asking about the name of the cell that results when they join together. I'm asking about the process itself. What do we call it? So this process is called fertilization. D. Reproduction is important for the continuity of life. Is reproduction needed for the life to continue? Logically, أكيد yes. If I don't have reproduction, that means, for example, the lions, they will not give new small cubs, our new lions. And so when the parents die, no more babies will continue this kind. So they will be extinct. So their life will not continue. So this sentence, it is true because yes, reproduction is important for the continuity. If you don't have reproduction, life would end. Let's continue. One parent is enough in the sexual reproduction. For sexual reproduction to happen, only one parent is enough. It's wrong. إن اسمها sexual يعني sex cell يعني sex gender يعني لازم يكون عندي male و female. So in this case, you will correct it as one parent is enough in the asexual. مش السexual. المistake هون هي sexual. It must be asexual. هلا we can solve it in another way. I can have two parents must be found in the sexual reproduction. You can say that. Okay? Usually, true or false, we can correct them in both ways. يعني مثلا in this sentence, I cross the sexual or I write asexual. Oh, I will cross one parent and I can write two parents. When sperm unites with the ovule, this is called zygote. أنا ممكن أعمل cross لهيدا البارت وأقول إنه the cell that results when sperm unites with the ovule is called zygote. تطلع كمان صح. اوكي هيدي الجملة بدل ما اشطب الasexual بقول انه بشطب هيدي السكس cell. انه asexual reproduction does not need sex cell. Only one cell is enough. Okay, so the true or false, we have two ways to solve them. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so this was true or false. Number 6, specify the kind of reproduction in the following cases. Specify. When the question starts with this action verb, that means the answer will be in two parts. It means we will indicate, yani we will write name of something, the kind of something, the type of something, the part. Okay, we will give name. And we will justify, يعني we will say why. How did we know the answer? Let's start. Specify the kind of reproduction. طبعا احنا we studied two kinds, sexual and asexual. معناتها in this question we have many cases in which in every one I should say is this case sexual or asexual, and I should say why. Let's start with the first sentence. A lion and lioness mate. Lion, you know, الأسد. Lioness هي الفيميل تبعته، اللبوي يعني. A lion and lioness mate. طب لما بنسمع نحن male and female mate، طب هيدا أي kind من reproduction that I must have male and female? It is the sexual reproduction. So here I will write sexual. طيب this is indicate. هي أول part I solved it. إنه I write the name of the kind. طيب justify why it's sexual, because it includes the presence of male and female. طالما قالوا لي lion و lioness يعني male و female. So it is sexual because it has both male and female. The second kind, the second sentence. Karim has brown eyes like his mommy. So we are talking about a new living thing that is similar to his mommy. How did I know that it's similar? He is similar. لأنه he has brown eyes like his mommy. طيب when the offsprings أو when the babies are similar to their parents, which kind of reproduction is this? Okay, so pay attention to the riddle للحزورة. We are giving you information to help you know the answer. Okay, يعني a little bit of analysis، شوية تحليل للجملة اللي عاطينكم إياها، دغري بتكتشفوا ال kind of reproduction that we want. So because the offspring is similar to his parent، بكتبت لكم look like his mom، يعني بيشبهها، يعني similar منه طبق الأصل. Sea stars, sea star reproduce by dividing themselves into one or more parts that later regenerate to form complete sea star. طيب we are talking about living thing اللي هو السي star. They are telling us about its reproduction. They told us إنه this organism it reproduces by dividing itself. يعني one sea star it divides itself into one or more parts وبترجع، يعني مثلا السي ستار انقسمت أعطتني شقفة منها، هيدي الشقفة later will regenerate، حيرجع ينعملها regeneration، يعني كأنها حتولد أو حتعطيني منها الون بارت الماني بارتس تبعول السي ستار، وبالآخر حيكون عندي complete سي ستار من هالون بارت من هالسنجل بارت. طيب هون لا they didn't tell me إنه I have sperm ovule و they didn't tell me إنه I have male و female. هني بس قالوا لي إنه sea stars reproduce by dividing themselves، يعني كل one sea star it is able to divide itself into many parts, and every part of these many they will change to be one sea star. معناتها this one أي kind هيدا يلي ما بده ما جابه في سيرة ميل وفيميل وسبرم وأوفيول، معناتها it is asexual. ليه هو asexual? Because it includes only one parent to give new sea star. طب كيف عرفتي؟ ما نحن بالسنتنس ما كاتبين one parent. مظبوط، بس نحن كاتبين انه هن they reproduce by dividing themselves. ما انا طالما ما جبت سيرة ميل وفيميل وسبرم وأوفيول قلت لكم انه السي ستارز هن بس they divide، معناتها بالمنطق انه ممكن one sea star ينعمل لها divide هي بحالها وتعطيني new sister. معناتها from one parent I have a new living thing. So it is asexual. اوكي، بهيدي الطريقة بنحلل الأسئلة، مش لازم كل شيء ينعطى direct. Let's continue to the last question. Let's see. Read the following passage and then answer the questions below. Once you have, in any quiz, in any test, in any worksheet, in any question, passage or paragraph, معناتها حل من اثنين. يا أما you will answer the question from the paragraph itself. يعني the answers are beside you, they are in the paragraph. You only have to copy and paste them. أو in the paragraph we give you information, we help you to know the answer. يعني احنا بنكون عاطينك اشياء بتساعدك تعرف الجواب. Okay, let's start with the first one. Any question that starts with this action verb pick out, معناتها the answer is in the paragraph, in the text, in the passage. You only have to find it and write it. The two kinds of sex cells. Let's read the question, the paragraph to answer. There are two kinds of sex cells, sperm and ovule. Sperm cells are male cells. They have a tail called flagellum. It helps the sperm move. They are so tiny to be seen by the naked eyes, and so a microscope is needed to see them. طبعا بعدنا عم نحكي عن السبرم. The second paragraph. Ovule is the female sex cell. It's the biggest cell in the body and it does not move as the sperm. Both cells, يعني sperm and the ovule, are indispensable and they are very important for sexual reproduction. Pay attention, and sometimes in the paragraph you can have certain terms or vocabulary or words that the teacher didn't explain them in the class. Forget about them. It's important to understand the main idea of the paragraph, even if you have words that you don't understand. First of all, pick out the two kinds of sex cells. Now, what are the two kinds of sex cells? It's in the first sentence, two kinds of sex cells. Sometimes we have common terms that are found in the question and also at the same time they are found in the paragraph. So search for this matching and you can find the answer. Matching, two kinds of sex cells, two kinds of sex cells. So خلاص, I found the answer. هي sperm and ovule. So they are sperm and ovule. Always answer with a complete sentence. Now, let's see what are the other questions. We're still in the same paragraph. Now the question is, we still with pick out لأنه I have double I. يعني I'm still in part A. The differences between sperm and ovule. It's not from your study, it's from the paragraph itself. Sometimes if you study, let's say 4 information, and in the paragraph I gave you only 2 information, or I ask you to pick out, you only have to pick out the 2. Don't add the extra 2 that you studied because it will be wrong. When you have pick out, that means you have to stick to the information that are in the paragraph, even if you know more. Okay? So the differences between sperm and ovule. Let's see. Read it from the beginning. Two kinds of sex cell, sperm cell. When they started to talk about the sperm cell. So من هون بدي فتش بقى. Sperm cells are male cells. So أول شيء السبرم هن male. They have a tail. عندهم tail. So they move. When they are so tiny. Okay? These are the 4 information about the sperm. Let's see about the ovule, which information they give us, and then we will compare them to see the differences. Ovule is the female. So أول difference لقيته إنه السبرم كانوا male while ovule is a female. ودايما focus on the connector. يعني مش بنكتب مثلا sperm is male نقطة ovule is female. غلط. You should connect both sentences. We write sperm cells are male cells while, or you can say but, or however. So while ovule is the female sex cell. Let's continue. It's the biggest cell. طب ما أنا مرق معي information قالوا لي عنها إنه السبرم tiny. So this is the second difference. إنه the ovule is the biggest cell while the sperm is tiny. أو you can say the ovule is bigger than the sperm. It's also correct. مش بالضرورة يعني دايما استعمل why. تالت difference. Let's see. And it does not move as the sperm. هي هالجملة محطوطة زي ما هي. So sperm moves while ovule does not. So I found the three differences. Sperm has a tail while ovule does not. لأنه هني ما قالوا لي. Sperm is tiny while ovule is big. Sperm moves while ovule does not. Sperm is male cell while ovule is female cell. Okay? So these are the four differences between the sperm and the ovule. Let's continue. Pick out. I'm still with pick out. The name of the tail of the sperm. What do we call the tail of the sperm? Yeah, they have a tail called the flagellum. So the name of the tail, or I can say it is called flagellum. So it is called flagellum. Okay? So if you find this video helpful and fruitful and it helps you a lot, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel and to like the video.